Hi class 5. So welcome back to the geometry class once again today. What we are going to do? We are going to learn three types of lines. In our last class we have learned about the lines, line, rays and line segments. Now today we are going to learn about three types of lines. What can be existing and what we have to deal with. Okay. So first one is intersecting lines. Now when we were talking about intersecting line, first think about a X, a big X. Okay. So let's draw a big X for you. Now can we say that these two are lines? Now being more precise, I am blocking their mouth. Okay. So now they are line segments. Now name them. They should have a name. You have a name. They should have a name. So this line is called AB and let's name them CD. Okay. Now look at this two lines. How they have crossed each other. They have met each other or crossed each other. Okay. Now when they were crossing each other, they were crossing through a point. What that point? That is making a big X. That is the result of making it X. So here, this is what we will name another. What we will name them? This is called the point of intersection. What it is called? A point of intersection. And these two are called intersecting lines. Okay. Now we understand what are the intersecting lines. Alright. So this is how we denote two intersecting lines. They are going to meet each other at a common point and we name the common point as the point of intersection, and other than that we are going to name this point. Let's name it E. Okay. So that point should also have a name, right? Everything in a geometry have a name. Otherwise we cannot identify them, right? So that is how a intersecting line stands for. So both of the lines are called intersecting lines, and the point where they are meeting each other or they are crossing each other, that is what we call point of intersection. Now coming to the parallel line. For parallel line, once again what we will think about, we are going to think about a railway track. This is how a railway track looks like, right? Here, or a ladder, we can say. They are never going to, these are two basic tracks. They are never going to meet each other other than the junction. I'm not talking about the junctions. So let's name them once again AB or AB. They are already present. So let's name them something different. XY. And then GH. Now what are these? These two are the unending lines. They can go continuously and they keep on going. But the special thing about them, they will keep on maintaining this distance between them. Okay. So this distance is not going to reduce. They are not going to taper out like these. They are not going to divert, or this line is not going to meet each other at any point. Okay. So they are always going to maintain this distance. So how we can represent this? These two are the parallel lines. How we can write this parallel line, or when we are going to write it? So here XY is a line segment which is parallel to GH. Okay. And these two are the parallel lines. Alright. Now after that we are going to talk about another special lines called perpendicular line. Now let's think about the inverted T. Okay. So how a inverted T will look like? It will look like this. it will be its head, then its tail will be like this, right? So if you see it properly, a T is made up of two straight lines. Now once again, what is our purpose? Naming them. So we have already named them GH, IJ and KL. Okay, so this line KL has made IJ where they have not crossed each other, otherwise they would have become an two intersecting lines. No, they have not become an intersecting line. They are making a inverted T-like structure or two opposite L, which is making two angles. Now we will know about the angles just after that. What are the angles? So they are making 90-degree angles with each other. Okay, this 2L. So this T, it has made KL. So how we are going to represent this? KL is a line which is perpendicular to IJ. Okay, so this is how we are going to represent it. Now we are going to understand a very important thing, that is the angles. Now look at this picture very carefully. You can see that here two rays are there. We have already learned about the rays, right? Those kind of lines which have a starting point but no ending point. So here OA is OA and OB are two rays. Okay, which are making the angle. Okay, so here OA and OB, now as they are making the angles, they are called what? They are called the arms of an angle. Okay, so here we can say this OA and OB are two rays which are the arms of an angle. Now look at this very carefully, that both of these rays, they have a common starting point. They are starting from the home and they are going into different directions. So here this common point is known as vertex of an angle, and we have given the name. Now how we are going to denote an angle? Whenever we are going to write it down, are we going to write it down that this is the angle, that is the angle, always giving name to them? No, we are just going to denote them by a symbol. So we are going to give a special symbol to them, that is this. Okay, so here then we are going to give their name A, O, B. Always keep in mind to keep the vertex, the name of the vertex in between. So O, A, B, because O, A and O, B. So O, A, O, B is the angle here. Alright. Now, how we are going to measure this angle? For measuring this angle, we use a special device called protractor. Now, about the protractor and how we measure an angle, this is a very important thing to know before we know the type of angles. That is, we are going to know in our next video. So, thank you for watching till now. So, be with us and we are going to see each other in the next video.